Ghost Cult Magazine welcomes in the great Matt Pike. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Doing
It
good.
is
Busy as shit.
no shit. You are working your ass off, even during this period of time when a lot of people are not working. And first and foremost, I hope you're well. The bands, your friends, your fam, your wife, everybody, her family. I hope everybody's good because it has been such a banana balls time in the world.
Oh man, ups and downs. And I swear to God, I've lost more friends that I've known for 25 years than I was like, is it just because I'm getting old, or is it just a ridiculous? I mean, is there a veil between here and the next life that like is open? Because I lost a lot of really good, very close people to me, man. Like,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
been a trying time.
Us too here at Ghost Cult. We lost a couple of people, and I'm really sorry for your losses, and all of us. We're just trying to make it through this time.
Yeah.
Get back to when we can do what we're used to doing, which is like see each other at shows. Like I'm used to seeing you in person. So, yeah, man, it's a weird and reflective time, but a good time to hang out and chat because you do have a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, we're here to talk about Head on a Pike, the illustrated works of Matt Pike. This is a fantastic project, and I wanted to know just right off the bat how this idea got started. I always hoped you would write a book about your life, but I didn't expect this lyric.
Maybe later. I just did. I just did a bio with my friend Carl, who hooked this up. Probably. I was like, man, maybe you should do my autobiography and like kind of ghostwrite for me, because me throwing out like a stream of consciousness and remembering things in different orders, because I was all, oh, yo, no, wait, then if I go back, then there's that time. But then it's weird how much I can remember, but in different sequences, and someone's there to help you sort out your thoughts. It's like probably a little easier, so I'll get to that one day. This is my first publishing thing, and everything was written already. So,
the lyrics. Did your own lyrics surprise you to remember them all? Because you haven't performed every one of these songs, I think, lately. So like some of them are across, many decades at this point.
Well, it shocked me how many songs we'd actually written, like I was like, wow, there really is enough for a book. It's 200 and something pages, but yeah, and I just wanted to do it as, it's my poetry more than it's like I'm selling this for High on Fire or something. But it's everything that I've written over 20 years, so yeah, it was a trip to like look at how much I had written and all the themes that I had come up with, and so
yeah, it's really for those comes out on November 9th from Rare Bird Books. I'll say that again later, but it's really beautifully done. It's perfectly put together. It's organized. Like it really, you do capture like the spirit of each album visually and lyrically. And it's even the font was really great. It's got this gothy, great old school font that I love too.
Yeah, my wife's like not only is she a tattoo artist, she's like a commercial artist. She does posters and records and stuff. And she helped me with the layout and getting all the other artists on board, which I wanted to do something for all my artist friends who've done things for me over the years, and be able to throw them a little bit of a buck and let them do what they want to with a different interpretation, and maybe a different thing that they didn't work on last time, that a different artist. So some of them kind of swapped albums, and it was cool doing that. It's cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I shout out to all these amazing artists, and just a handful of them that I'm a huge fan of: Santos, Brian Mercer. I'm a Skinner freak. Tim Lehi, Jordan Barlow. I mean, amazing stuff. And yeah, these are all artists. If you know your work, shirts, tour posters, album artwork, all kinds of stuff, videos in some cases.
A lot of them are tattooers too, like brilliant tattooers but all tattooers really want to do is paint. But this is how you make bucks, it's like
right. Every tattoo artist I know, there's some video of them out there like sketching, and I'd rather be sketching than sticking somebody sometimes. So yeah, fun times. Yeah, really great, really beautifully put together. And Rare Bird, man, has been just killing the game lately this year. They put out some of my favorite stuff.
I was checking out all the releases, like when I first was looking at them, and then to like now, after they picked me up, I've been paying more attention. I'm like, Jesus, dude, they're like doing everybody. It's putting out something.
Yeah, we did an interview a couple of months ago with my good buddy Jeremy Saffer, the great concert and band photographer. And I just finished the Frank Bello book, and I just talked to Frank the other day. So I'm on a rare bird kick.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. They're easy
Back
to
to
work
back.
with. I'd never done the book thing or publishing thing, and it's so much different than the record industry is, you know. And quite frankly, I paid for most of the stuff up front before they even started reimbursing me for it. So it was like a project I was going to do regardless of who I went with. You know, it was something that me and my wife had. She had kind of pushed me that direction. I was like, okay, let's do this then. Let me
Yeah.
check my. I had to go through and check my editing and sign. It had to be 4,000 pieces of paper, man. There's a few of them that my hand was so tired and I was just scribbling and the pen was going out and I just put "fuck the world" #1 and "fuck the world" #2, 3. So if you get a "fuck the world" or a "what the fuck," there's only 6 of them. So those are the rare editions, I guess.
Nice work. Nice work. Congrats on that. Yeah. And like I figured, just like everything else you do, it's got to be your vision, right? It's not going to be, obviously your wife's your partner and your collaborator in these things, but it was going to come from you. I felt that anyway. Like anything you would put your name on, it's got to be pure and sincere, right?
Yeah, no. It's I wrote all of it with a little assistance from like Jeff or I don't know. Yeah, pretty much. Uh, yeah. So it's like my poetry.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be a cool thing to do for the fans, you know, and like being in Sleep puts out so many cool like fan things. I'm like, man, maybe I should do some shit for, you know, the people who've supported High on Fire and me and, you know, my other stuff and, you know, just make it a project. So
Word. And, of course, mentioning Sleep. So you go from Sleep to High on Fire. And I know you mentioned poetry. Did you always consider it poetry, or did you just figure, well, I'm going to sing, so I better write some words?
I've always said, yeah, it's poetry to hi-hat, you know, or to a beat. And really it started off without, you know, so much beat or anything like that. I had to fit it, you know. So
do you, even to this day, do you just sketch out words sometimes, or do you come up with the music
oh
first?
no, I'll come up with like sentences, or I'll go through a book that's got a lot of weird, you know, like nomenclature in it, and just write little phrases down, little anecdotes that sound cool or vicious or whatever it is. And yeah, usually that gets thrown into a song or becomes the theme of a song.
Right on, right on. And again, like, it was a transition for you to go from, just aside from Asbestos Death going way back, but yeah, obviously to sing and play again, and then write these lyrics and create these stories, and then later whole concept albums is a big trip for any one person to do. You are the main guy. So.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of work, 20 years of it. And then to like go through and check all the spelling and like there was just a lot of and do the layout, and it's, you know, it cost a lot to make, so I'm just hoping to make the money back that got put into it. You know, I didn't do it to like, I don't think it's going to be a bestseller, you know, but you know, you never know. It's just like making t-shirts or something.
Word. Was there anything I feel like you could, the new music is coming, and there's other projects you have. Like you said, maybe someday you'll do the life story. I also endorse Carl as a guy. Carl's one of my favorite PR guys from Action PR. I think he'd be a great choice. But yeah, you probably could get another book out of some of this, even though it's pretty comprehensive.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we'll see where that goes. I got a bunch of other projects to finish first, and then, you know, I might be able to concentrate on something like that or start it up. But yeah, I have more videos to shoot. I have a thing with Brent Hines I'm supposed to do, and I've been lagging on that because I have all this other stuff. But COVID put a wrench in that. But then I finished an album as my solo album, and he actually got to play on a song that I was like had been working on that I showed him, and that he kind of jammed out with me. And yeah, he did like an anomaly of a solo on it. I was just like, I'm gonna do the first one, then you take this and just run with it. So he gets to like just jam for like like 4 minutes, you know, like,
Oh, he loves that shit too.
yeah. And he did slide on it, or, you know, lap steel, and there's stand-up bass on this one part, and it's really cool. It's really cool.
That's awesome. I don't know how you feel about it. That photo of the two of you broke the whole internet that day. I don't know if you remember. People were like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen?"
Oh, there's something that's going to happen. It's just, we got to have the opportunity to get together more. And it's been like, it went from feast to famine, like really fast. I'm like, I don't have time. And all I did was sit around, you know, and struggle with my addictions. And during COVID, like, don't do it, don't. Because the only thing that was open was a liquor store. I'm like, don't go, dude.
I mean, I'm glad you're being productive. I'm sure it's a constant battle. You've been very open about that stuff. I hope you're doing well right now. But you know, nobody is ever cured of whatever it is that, you know, they're you know, chasing, that monkey that's chasing them, whatever it is. So, you know, my heart goes out to you, and I hope you're staying up and staying strong.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Every now and then I'll break down, and like, you know, you're at psycho long enough, you give in, or I'll party once in a while, but I really got to keep my reins on, you know, and stuff. And so it's been an ongoing struggle with that, but I'm of health. I'm healthy, and I'm not like in a gutter, you know, so that's what you just got to stay on your game.
Word, that's it, man. Keep coming back. How was Psycho for you? You know, it was an interesting, weird time to have a festival in the midst of all this craziness.
See, everybody else, like when everybody else is there, they're on vacation, man. I literally don't stop doing interviews and things and meeting fans and playing the shows, and like, it doesn't stop from the time I get there till the time I leave. I don't have any time, and if I do have time, it's like 10 minutes that I can go and like sit by the swimming pool for a second, and then someone's going to be all, well, hey, you're supposed to be over here now. And I'm like, why didn't I know this? God damn it. I wouldn't have put my fucking shorts on, you know, like, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I like that festival is amazing because I get to see everybody I've known for the last 30 years on tour, like all at once.
Right. Even considering the bands that dropped off and the European bands that couldn't get in because they were afraid to get stuck here, it was still a pretty amazing lineup for Psycho. I have to give credit to them for pulling it off, actually.
Yeah, and the sound improved for me. I've had a couple horrible sound experiences at those shows, and this time around, I think we made up for the times we had horrible sound. So,
are you talking
because they just bust everybody on the stage so fast? We kind of had to prepare for that, and you know, yeah, I just made sure I had my own heads and I had my settings, and you know what I mean. I made sure that my monitors worked, and I was like, okay, then that's all you got to do, you know. Cool, right on.
Right. I'm sure people associate you with the massive volume and riffs and stuff, but like, you know, obviously this is your presentation of your music is important to you, and you don't want to sound shitty.
Oh yeah, it ultimately is, you know, like. Yeah, the presentation of the performance and stuff, that's where High on Fire shines, you know what I mean? And I think like my other bands is live shows, you know what I mean? Don't want to fuck those up. I've had my fair share of fucking up shows though, and like being all, oh, Trainwreck. That song was called Trainwreck. How do you like that? Yeah.
I saw you last in Albany, and you had some jokes that night, and it was a weird place to have a show. It was like a dance club in a mall in Albany for Sleep, like a couple of years ago at the end of that run. And it was a fun night, but it was a weird crowd. Like Albany's a very hardcore crowd. And so I don't know if they knew how to just react to like the Stoner Doom band and how to just relax. Somebody was looking to punch somebody, you know what I'm saying? Even to a slow song.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, there is that, you know, that's like, well, that's what the pit's for, dude. You're supposed to go and mosh that out, you know?
Right.
Mosh it right out.
Mosh it out of your system, buddy. And then they were weird. My vest is over my shoulder, and they were like not gonna let me in with my vest because they thought I was like a biker gang dude, which I'm the last guy that's a biker gang dude. I'm a roly-poly metal fan. Like, that's it, man. Traded in my long hair for a trucker hat. That's the only difference between me and Mac in the day. But like, yeah, they were like, you can't wear gang colors in here. I'm like, gang colors, dude, I'm from the ghetto. Like, this is bubblefuck. What are you talking about? Like, it's a battle vest. Leave me alone. Just want to hear riffs and drink beers. But yeah, it was a fun time. And, obviously we're looking forward to you getting back on regular tours. Obviously, when you have something to promote, hopefully this solo album in the near future, perhaps more of High on Fire very soon. There's a lot of rumors swirling around that you were going to put out like a new, like surprise, put out a High on Fire something. And I hope that's still true.
Yeah, no, it's coming. It's coming. Well, we just got Cody from Big Business drumming for us, and I think we're doing the record with him. And he's been wonderful, but we're still working out the kinks, like how to play with each other. But it's been coming along like very interesting. Every time you change a rhythm section or something, it's like you get some interesting things going on, So
yeah, man, he's a beast, and it's a great addition to the band. And I think a lot of people are super looking forward to seeing more of that live, especially. And yeah, and maybe Big Business can open. We'll do another double dipper, and you guys can, play with each other, and he can do double duty if he's up for it.
Yeah, no, we've done it before, kind of. Or they actually a long time ago let me play some of the guitar lines on a couple songs, like when we were on tour with them, because I was like a Big Business fan, like hardcore, and I was like, yeah, dude, let me play. I know the guitar lines to that. I know the guitar lines, and like, yeah, so Jared and Cody were like, okay, jump up there, man, because my amp was already up there. Shit.
Right on, of course. I know basically officially Sleep is kind of on a hiatus, but I imagine you guys have left things off in a good place and you could come back eventually.
We have some stuff that we're working on just as early fan, vinyl put outs and stuff like that. So we've been doing a couple of things here and there, but not together. We haven't been writing or anything. We're just like touching up old recordings and going through a vault of archived weird stuff, and we'll see what happens with that.
I was a huge fan of that Third Man Records big box set of vinyls. I got one of those, and it's like my prized possession, actually, one of my prized possessions of my collection. So anything else you guys would do with them would be wonderful. That was such a beautifully put together set of stuff.
Yeah, so well, hopefully we'll have some more stuff like that as we dig things out. Digging up graves.
Right on. If you had to put a over under on it, what do you think the chances of this solo record coming out in 2022 is? Yeah.
Oh, it's coming out in January.
Nice. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
And you'll be seeing some shit about it sooner than later. It's just, all the record industry is kind of backed up with vinyl and all that. And it's not going any fucking expeditious way currently.
I think there was also some huge to do in the vinyl industry where like there was a plant that makes all the petrol that goes into the vinyl, the wax, air quotes, wax, and it like burned into the ground, and then that's like 1/4 of all the vinyl in the world, the stock to make records. So like that happened. Shipping is screwed because ports can't
for Christmas time right now, like all the ships are backed up. Like they can't even get into the ports because of all this shit.
Anyway, just shifting gears, I want to give you back some of your time in a few, but just beside music, which you're obviously busy with, and promoting this book, which I'm appreciative for. What else you've been reading? You've been reading anything good? Seen any good movies lately? Anything, other hobbies you have time for?
I don't watch TV much, I've been reading some things, and nothing of that consequential or nothing. Just books I hadn't finished and some research on stuff, because I have to start thinking of themes to like put to new High on Fire music. So, that, and just lots of phone calls and interviews and trying to get all this shit going. You know what I mean? It's not easy putting out this much crap in 1 year. It's, the last time I did this, I did a High on Fire and a Sleep album in the same year, and more shit than that. I was just on tour constantly and doing that. And it was a good year for me, though. That's like I won a Grammy, and things were, I definitely had a better amount of pay that I had earned, but I earned every bit of it because I worked my fucking self to death. And I got a 2-year break and I went fucking broke. And now things are starting to look up a little bit again, so that I can afford to fucking be alive. Because they didn't give me a check. I didn't get a check. I made, I made too much money the year before or something, and it wasn't even that much money. It just like I didn't qualify apparently. So I never got the check, which would have been a fucking piss in the face anyways. What does $1,500 do, dude? Really? For 10 months? Yeah, right. Let's break that up into weekly pay.
Yeah. It's rough. It's been a rough time. I'm glad it seems like it's starting to come back. You got to do a couple of gigs, and more gigs will
Yeah, I'm
hopefully
doing
be
some
coming.
here soon too, like in a week or two.
Yep, yeah, New York, right?
New
Yeah.
York, Chicago, and
Yeah.
Boston.
Our
So
boy
I'm
Dante will
looking
be in New
forward to
York
that.
to see you.
Yeah, Dante.
I know you know him.
Yes,
And
I made devil eggs with him.
really?
Yeah, we did. Me, him, and Alyssa did.
Uh,
Yeah, he came and visited for a minute, so it was
Yep.
pretty fun.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, I love to end these interviews with a wild card question. So I have one specially picked for you, which is the if you could pick alive or dead any three people to ask to dinner, who would you ask to dinner with Matt Pike?
I don't know. It'd be between Bruce Lee, Muhammad Ali, or Jimi Hendrix, probably. I mean, just off the top of my head, you know.
That's three great ones. I'd go there too. That's
Yeah, yeah.
You nailed it. You're like one of the first people to just nail it in the first second. That's great.
Yeah. I was one of those three. If I had to pick one, I don't know. I'd have to flip a coin and then flip another coin.
There you go. There you go. Matt Pike, man, it's always a pleasure and an honor to chat with you. And congrats on this book, Head on a Pike, the illustrated lyrics of Matt Pike, coming out on Rare Bird Books, November 9th. Everybody get that. There's autographed copies available. Some of them might say, go fuck yourself or fuck this world. But awesome chatting with you, man. And just stay up and stay strong. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. You too, man.
See you.